This is the Cray supercomputer.
Wow.
Seymour Cray is the engineer, the designer who did all this. He was an amazing guy. That's why they've got his picture everywhere here. The supercomputers really weren't super from the standpoint of like we think of Superman that can do all kinds of stuff. Basically, the supercomputer was after speed.
Yeah, but you know, while I admire the engineering that goes into it, really in essence it's still a calculator. You compare these machines to a cell, I would put a single E. coli bacterial cell up against anything in this room, and E. coli would come out the clear winner. In real time, it is assessing its environment, taking in raw materials, putting out waste. It's making copies of itself. But we need to recognize that what we have in living things is many orders of magnitude more sophisticated, elegant, and powerful than what clearly took genius to build.
Yes. That brings us back to the comparison we were doing in the beginning about these two paradigms. And the conventional paradigm is one that says that all of this grew out slowly over a long period of time. Well, I know enough to say that that Cray would not work until everything was brought together. Not only from the hardware standpoint, if you just have the hardware and no software, it's just a piece of metal. That's what we're talking about in historical Genesis paradigm, are we not? That things have to be fully functional.
What that tells you is that for a single cell, you've got to have all the components necessary for function jointly present. But a cell doesn't exist on its own. You think about an ecosystem, it has multiple interrelated components, all of them necessary for that ecosystem as a whole to function. And again, take that out to the scale of a planet. It seems to me you can make a powerful case that to have a functioning planet at all that can sustain life, there are countless independent components that need to be present jointly at the same slice in time, and that to me would require really simultaneous design, bringing the whole thing together in a state where it works.
Yeah. Paul, the picture we're painting here is that a paradigm really needs to look at almost everything.
Really everything. And what that means then is the task of science is to understand that engineering.
Paul, it's obvious that this excites you, this whole area invigorates you. Why?
Well, I think that science is a tool that God has given us to understand His world, to control it for our own benefit, and I think that it certainly does that. But really, it is the servant of our worldviews. And I'll be honest with you, if I had a single book to take with me to a desert island, it wouldn't be a biology textbook. Biology is something we do for ourselves. I cannot, for myself, come up with Psalm 23 or Psalm 104, which is really a hymn of praise to God's creative power and majesty, or the last 4 chapters of Job, where God sort of levels with Job. He says, look, you're not in the universe making business, all right? That's what I do. And Job says, all right, I shut up, So science is beautiful, it's powerful, it's filled with creativity, it's something wonderful, but it needs to take its place in the full range of human understanding as just part of what we know, just part of what we know.